Welcome back to another episode of Just One Fern. Lucas and I here to do a whole lot of talking about a whole lot of nothing. And let me tell you, it's not Veterans Day.
No.
It's not. But we're doing you a service by doing this podcast right now. Even though we're tired, we're sad. Well, I'm sad.
You sad?
Always.
Yeah, it was Taco Tuesday.
It was Taco Tuesday recently. But yeah, just we're doing you a service, and I want you to do us a service by, liking this video right now. Before the video even starts, just like it. Dislike it even. Just react to it, comment on it, do whatever you got to do. And while we're talking and introing here, go to our social media. Go check us out because we're posting way more. We're doing way more.
We're posting every day.
We're causing waves of commotion. So just please do us the service of doing that. Thank you very much. But speaking of service, Lucas, do you have something to talk about?
Yeah, I do. So this microphone that I'm using right now was bought secondhand. Which is usually awesome.
Similar to smoke.
Yes, which is bad.
It is bad.
And this is similarly bad because my microphone sounds like it's been smoking for a long time.
Right. It gives you a smoker voice.
Right, exactly. So I contacted the Shure team. This is a Shure microphone. And I said, hey, I can't register my product because there's no serial number on the microphone. What do I do if I don't have a serial number? And I don't have a receipt? Because if you don't have a receipt, if you don't have your serial number, you can also register with a receipt.
Right.
And she said, oh, you have to register your product. So I said, okay. I've gone to this site and I cannot register my product and I don't have my receipt.
Okay.
So she sent me back a screenshot of like the website, and there's a little button that says, I don't have my serial number. And I said, yeah, that's the button I press that asks for my receipt.
Right.
How do I repair the microphone? Can I still repair the microphone? And she said, yeah, just file it with our service department. What dumbfounds me, this isn't a robot. Like, this is a person.
This is a human being.
She even wrote, she circled the button, like on the screenshot and did a little star.
I love that she thought that you were a dumbass.
She
thought you were the dumbest person on earth. She's like, dude, then just do this.
We'll just
I
use
did
your
that.
receipt.
Well, clearly you didn't. Go back to step one. Restart all over again.
And it pisses me off. So I do this. This is my job. I do the same thing as my job, not for them. And
for someone else.
I'm sure I do this all the time to people. And, fuck them. But serve me, please.
Right. You are in the right. The customer's always right when it's you.
Right.
Yeah. But usually the customer's always wrong.
Honestly, that's usually 100% true. So
if 9 times out of 10, if you're in a room with 10 people, they're wrong, but you're right. I think that math adds up.
Yeah, if they're customers, definitely.
Right.
Customers are dumbasses. So I understand assuming that I'm a dumbass.
Right. Well, I mean, we are pretty dumb. Like we do this podcast.
Well, yeah, that should be cue number one.
It's number one. We're the dumbest people in the world. So that's fine.
So I'm angry right now.
That's good. No, you should be angry.
Yeah.
I would be angry. I'll stand with you.
Thank you.
I always stand with you.
We are sitting down, but later.
You want to do that later? If you think I'm going to stand up right now, I'm not.
I won't either.
So, okay, good. We'll sit for this.
Well, for this one, but later
we'll stand?
We'll
sit, and later we'll stand.
Okay, thank you.
But speaking of sitting, I went on a bus trip again. God, I hate the bus. I hate the bus more than I hate anything else.
I love when you take the bus so I can hear about how horrible the bus was.
It's awful. First of all, for the first time in my life, I was made to feel old.
No.
It was crazy. I had never experienced this before. So this kid gets on who looks our age, honestly, sits down next to me. This is on the way there. Okay. And he's like, this seat taken? I said, no. And he sits down, he's like, man, I'm at 1% battery. Like, I gotta use the outlet. And I was like, sure, go ahead. And he starts going through his whole story of how he couldn't find a charger. He was running into different stores and being like, please let me use your outlet. Like, let me plug it in. And they'd yell at him and kick him out. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And so then he's like, oh, so like you going up for like school or something? I was like, no. He's like, you're not going up for school? I said, no. It's like, oh, I'm a freshman at Binghamton. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, how old are you? And I said, I'm 24. I'm almost 25. And he's like, ugh, yikes.
Did he really say that?
Yeah. He's like, why are you taking the bus? And I said, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He made it was almost as if he said, "You're 25 and you don't have $1 billion by now."
Literally.
Like, why are you taking the bus?
What good reason?
I don't know, man. And then for the next 3 hours, he slept on my shoulder.
Did he really?
Yeah. I kept going like this. I kept going like this. I kept going like this. And then every once in a while, the bus would shake and he'd go. And he'd go back down the whole time.
Of course,
I was like, "What the hell?" And so I'm furious, and okay, I have a great weekend, and then I get back on the bus. Of course, it's packed. Every time I feel like, oh, it's not going to be packed.
It's
fucking packed every time. This guy sits next to me, and he is spreading out. Okay, he's treating this bus as if it's his own personal space,
and you're his footrest.
And I was everything for this man. I was. As like a 6'3" man, I was on the inside, crushed up against the wall because this man also was trying to sleep on me. He kept getting closer and closer and closer like that to me, and I was like, "No, dude!" I kept like being like, I would shake my shoulder. I'd shake, but I would look out the window. I wouldn't look at him. I'd give him a little shimmy. I look away. But he just kept doing, and like his bag was up against like me, and like he was like,
"Oh God,
God, just spread eagle on the bus."
I think this is harassment. I think we have to draw the line.
I think it is too. I think it's legitimately harassment. Like before you ride the bus, you should have to take a harassment training.
You should have to take harassment training. It should be like on the bus. They hand everyone an iPad.
Yep.
You should be in the back of the seat.
Yeah. Well, I think that's perfect because less people would take the bus.
Yeah,
if you knew you had to take a test real quick before what if you had to take just like an IQ test before you could ride the bus?
Nobody would ride the bus.
I would.
I'd
have a whole bus to myself.
You and like the two other people who are just trying to save money.
Yep.
Why is
That'd
that?
Be good.
Why is like the cast of characters on every bus? I guess because it's cheap. Anyone can use it.
It must be because it's cheap. I don't know any other reason.
Or maybe because they run every half hour. So like,
I think people just don't. I think when you ride the bus, certain people just have this like I don't give a fuck mentality.
Yeah.
Where they go on and they're like, this bus means nothing. If this bus goes down and up in flames, I don't give a shit.
See, that's the thing. I think it's an etiquette thing. It's a bus culture. Because those same people, you put them on an airplane, they're like, "Hello, yes. I brought the book I don't read."
Yeah. Did you see the video of the lady on an airplane who got broken up with on the airplane?
Oh, she starts screaming.
Yeah. Did you see that? That was the craziest.
That's
video
bus
ever.
etiquette, right there.
That's bus etiquette in the air.
She brought bus culture on the airplane.
It was bad. I can't. Would you ever break up with someone on a flight? That's the craziest thing ever. Because, like, yes, that lady is insane for screaming bloody murder on a flight, like midair. Of course, that's nuts. But also, we got to put a little bit on the person that broke up with her.
Yeah,
because
a lot. I think we should put a lot on that person.
They were very dumb. That's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Well, I know why they were breaking up with her because she's that person.
Right.
Clearly, she's
a bus person.
She's a bus person.
You break up with bus people. Nobody marries a bus person. All right. You want to end up with a hopefully, if you're lucky, a first class plane person.
Well, yeah, you'd have to be very lucky.
Right.
That's tough to get.
But I'll settle for economy.
I'll settle for economy. I'll settle for train coach.
I do love train coach. Train coach is great. Even business.
Salt of the earth people. Business class.
Business class
really
is
what I'm
nice.
shooting for.
Yeah.
I think Cassie's a business class trainer or eventual upper class airplane.
I have a bone to pick with Cassie real quick. She's not even listening probably. She said that we're both dramatic.
We're both dramatic.
That's what she said.
All right. Well,
from a third source I found this. A secondary source, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I guess that would be secondary source. All right. I guess I'm going to have to break up with her on a plane.
Yeah, I guess you have to.
I guess
because she's a plane person, clearly.
Yeah, and she thinks we're too dramatic.
She thinks we're too dramatic because you weren't feeling well.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, oh, I'm worried because Lucas isn't feeling well.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I told the second party that I was worried. And the other party, Cassandra Pearson, said, oh, well, they're both dramatic.
Oh, hold on.
In the time of COVID, you're going to say we're dramatic? I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
In fact, I don't think we've been dramatic enough.
No.
That's a sniffle.
That's a sniffle right there.
By the way, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
I
feel fine.
Yeah,
I just
fine
have a
too.
little bit of stuffy nose.
Cassandra Pearson is
Yes.
probably the most paranoid person I've ever met about being sick.
That's what I said.
But by far,
That's
like
what I said.
I know a few other people who will think I shouldn't be sick. I need to do something. I'm sick.
Right.
And she's fine. She's fine.
Totally fine.
A poor girl. She makes herself sick doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
And she doesn't even know how to like look
That's
inward and face it. She's so afraid of it.
what are you talking about?
She can't even face her own fear of the
being
sickness.
sick? Yeah, she can't.
She's
accept
putting it on us for being too dramatic.
She's 100% the person at the office who says, "I can't get sick. I can't get sick."
Yeah.
And she's
What office does she work at?
the office of the ministry.
That's an office?
She works at BU.
BU.
And BMS.
More like PU.
Come
on, you didn't. Yeah.
Cell
5.
That's my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's crazy. We're not. I'm dramatic, but not
about this.
Not like that.
Not like that. You are dramatic.
If I was worried,
dramatic.
I'd be like, stay in your fucking room. Like if it was clear that you might have it, like I'd get the fuck out of here.
No congestion though. So that's sign number 1.
A chest of steel.
Chest of Steel. Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Horrible movie.
It is pretty bad.
It was.
I liked it at the time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in high school.
Yeah.
Pass.
I just liked any superhero movie.
Stuff.
I was like, I'm in.
At the time, I was like, yo.
It was pretty cool.
They need to make more of these. And now I'm like, stop, please.
Yeah. But now I want them to stop. I think once this wave of Marvel stuff is, this next phase of Marvel is done, I think they should place it aside.
I think they're going to be forced to. I
don't know. I don't know. People are obsessed. I used to be, but I'm not as obsessed as I used to be. Like, I'm still going to go see the movies because I need to know how the story ends. That's how they get me.
No, dude, to me, I'm done seeing the movies.
Really? I was going to ask you to come see me.
What?
I was going to ask you to come see one with me.
No, I'll see one with you. But, like, I'm not, like, going out of my way to, like, try to see it, if that makes sense. To me, they've turned into plane movies.
Really? That's bad.
That's not good. In fact, the last 2 Marvel movies I've seen, I've watched on a plane.
Really?
Because
the last Marvel.
I don't know. It was the
last Marvel movie I saw in theaters was Doctor Strange, and that was in May.
I did go see that one, but I think it was because somebody
once they started doing shows, I got a little upset. Like WandaVision was really good, Loki was good, but I'm just like, why are we doing TV shows?
I'm just not going to.
I feel like they're doing too much.
Well, nobody can keep up with. There was already so much to keep up with.
Nobody who has a life,
can
keep up with.
Also the TV shows.
It's just like especially when you're an adult. And I had this conversation with my parents too. I was like, I don't have time to watch anything, and they're like, welcome. Welcome to being an adult. You don't have time to do anything.
Yeah, people keep telling me about shows. Like, we should watch White Lotus. I'm like,
when do I have time to do that?
I say, yeah, sure. I'd love to watch that. In the back of my head, I'm going, I'm never.
Yeah.
I know, like I'm past like thinking, because there was a point in my life where I was like, oh yeah, I'll add that to my list.
Yeah, right.
I had a list.
Thinking that there would be a moment in time when I'd have all this time.
My list is gone. I know I can't add anything or take anything away. I can't see a time where I'm watching a show again.
Yeah, no, right me neither.
Unless it's like background.
Especially, and this is because we're 2 people that have day jobs, and then we have passions we're pursuing at night that like we want to be our jobs, so we work hard at them, and so it's like, oh, I'm just working 24/7.
Yeah, literally,
and sleeping when I'm not working
and sleeping.
So yeah, but we want to pursue those passions. We want to do better.
We're choosing to do it, I guess.
Yeah, we are. And
it's better than watching TV shows, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And then there's the big goal of getting a Grammy.
Can you win a Grammy for a podcast?
I think you can win there's some sort of award. I know you can win a People's Choice Award, but I don't know what the other award is.
Nobody's been good enough to do it yet. YouTube, Spotify. I am announcing right now that we will be the first podcast to win a Grammy.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay.
But the Grammys were this week. A lot of winners. I'm burping. Sorry. A lot of winners, a lot of losers. More losers than winners, technically.
Yeah.
Something cool. The person who mastered Harry's House went to Fredonia. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And then, yeah. So Harry's House won Best Album.
And it won Best Pop Album also.
It also won Best Pop Album. As it was won something.
Best Record, I think. They say that as like single.
No, Best Record.
Are they different?
They are different. I don't think they do Best Single. As it was won something. I don't know. Adele won Best Vocal Performance.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Which, of course, you know.
That's good.
Beyonce won something. She won 2 things. I don't know what they were.
Oh, good.
I don't know what they were. But she now has the most Grammy wins of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? That makes sense. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. Who else? I mean, Lizzo won something. Oh, Lizzo won Best Record.
Did she?
Yes.
For About Damn Time?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm happy about that. I think that was a great song.
I think it was that song. Something off the album.
Dude, there's some people I talk to will primarily musicians will be like, well, you know, like About Damn Time, like it's just catchy. Like that's all it is. Like, I'm like,
and?
Okay. What
Yeah.
How is that an issue?
Yeah.
How is that an issue? That's amazing.
Yeah.
You write one of the catchiest songs for the whole year.
Yeah, it makes me very upset because like,
it's like why would you just dismiss that?
Right. I was once in high school and I was very closed-minded about music for sure. Like I was like, oh, this song, no, I just don't like it. So I'm gonna say it's not a good song music. Right. Like I think if a song is listened to as much as that is listened to, it's a good song, and you have to get over it because it just is. And you wish you could have made it. Like you wish in your heart that was you who made that song.
Yeah.
I think everyone would be like, oh yeah, I wish I wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
Like every musician, of course you are. Like this insanely popular song.
It's clearly an amazing.
That's what you
song.
want as a musician, is someone to listen to your music. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's annoying.
You want to be heard. That musicians are trying to be heard generally.
Right. But so what do you think about Harry winning Best Album? Because that's the only category I care about, really.
I care about Best Alt Album just because.
Who won that?
Wet Leg. They're a new artist.
Wet Leg.
Yeah. They're like a new rock artist. And I had listened to them like once before. Their album's really good. You know, I'll give it to them.
That's good. What kind of what genre is it?
It's alt rock.
Oh.
Which nobody ever pays attention to.
Too many weird genres also. Like there's not enough categories for the genres anymore.
No.
Like they're just throwing things into like, what's the closest category we can put them in?
But yeah, so Best Record. What do I think about Harry's House winning?
Yeah.
Well, what were the other ones up?
Beyonce's album, Adele's album 30, Lizzo's album, Kendrick Lamar's album. I don't know if I think Taylor Swift's was. And then I think one or two more. And I listened to all of them except for Beyonce's, because Beyonce's was like fucking 36 songs. And I was like,
I hate that.
That's just too many.
Just do 10.
It's too many.
Just pick your best 10 and make an amazing album. Yeah. Like, why not do that?
I mean, I guess she can do whatever you want, but like I'm like, that's too much for me to listen.
That's too much for me to listen to. I only listened to Harry's House and the Kendrick album.
Okay.
So I liked Harry's House the best. I thought both were amazing.
I did love Harry's House. I thought it was amazing. I would have picked that one or Taylor's.
Was Taylor's that good?
I thought it was really good.
I should listen to it. I love some good Taylor, man.
I also I loved Lizzo's and Adele's singles off their albums. I didn't love their whole album.
Lizzo's singles were like,
they were just so good.
Probably the best singles, good. Which makes sense because she won for her single.
But yeah, I think that I wish more of the awards that got presented the day before, because they do the ceremony the day before of all the other, so there's 91 Grammys that are given out. They only do 12 to 15 of them during the actual ceremony. Like the rest of them they give out the day before.
Oh, really?
So I think that those are cooler almost, like the little ones,
Yeah.
So I wish that was more of a thing that was shown, but it's
yeah.
not.
I remember in college I was waiting for the alt rock to be announced, and it never was. I was like, they missed it.
Yeah.
Did they forget?
No, they didn't forget. They just don't give a fuck.
They don't care about alternative rock.
And I do think that the worst part about award shows, in my opinion, is the speeches.
Yeah.
Because everyone's either like super humble and they're just like, oh, like we just love making music and like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck you. Like we're working our fucking dicks off over here. And then, but I remember last year, Silk Sonic won.
Oh, yeah.
And when they went up there, they were like, we're trying to stay humble. But we're not going to stay humble. They were just like, we wrote the best album. Like, they was very, I was like, I like that.
I like that. Yeah, good. Yeah, fucking own it.
Right. It's like, no, we won. And we deserve to win.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome. Good for them.
Honestly, celebrate your victories.
Right.
I'm all about that.
Right. No, I agree.
That's a win. Or like do something special or like unique.
When
fucking hate the bullshit that the people will do.
It's a lot. I love I think it was 21 Pilots when they won something.
I was
They took their pants off.
Yeah. I love that. That was
so
sick.
good.
They're like, we were sitting on a couch watching the Grammys.
Yeah.
And if we ever won, we'd have to accept it in our fucking underwear. And they did.
And they did.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. I love that. But yeah, Grammys, let us know who you think should have won, who got snubbed.
Yeah.
I don't really think anybody got snubbed. I think people are just mad that Harry won over like, which is fair. He won over like 5 women and a rapper. So like, I get it. He's a white man. I get it. So like, it's upsetting for a lot of people. But
I don't
if
feel
it's the
like
best album, it's the
I
best
feel like
album.
it was such a great, amazing album, though.
I loved it.
Normally I'm upset. With the Grammys. This year I wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I didn't watch it either, which was nice. Usually I watch it. And I was like, I don't care. But yeah, so that was the Grammys. So what do you think about this China balloon?
Are you serious?
I'm a little serious.
I'll tell you. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny.
like I love that it blew up into like a big thing. Yeah. But the U.S. government was just like,
it's so good, dude.
That's
it's so funny. Pop. We were just all standing there looking up at a big white ball. We finally know what Riley Reid felt like.
Yeah, what?
But I think that it was kind of funny. I also think the way that Joe Biden handled it was hilarious.
What did he do?
Because he was just like, I told him to shoot it down the other day, and they said we couldn't yet. And it was just like, okay.
So it's an old man thing to say.
Also, Joe Biden has just started like pointing at people and calling them what they look like.
What did he call him?
He called someone fat. He just said, "Hey, fat." hey, fat. It's so because he's so fucking old. He's so old. He's at the point now where like if you're that old, you're just gonna look at somebody and be like, "Oh, white." Like you're just gonna say it. It's
big
crazy.
nose.
Yes.
Well, that one can get bad, but
yeah, it was kind of a joke, but not really a joke. Like what do you think of this Chinese balloon?
Well, I'm like imagining like I'm imagining like people in China like getting found out and they go like they make that face. They go, "Uh-oh. Sorry. I was just curious." The U.S. government's like, "Hey, we get it.
Don't do that.
Don't pop our balloons."
It's just a game of chess.
No, it's a game of it's like a Facebook poke war. That's what it feels
it's
like.
for sure a Facebook poke. They popped a balloon. That's funny.
That's funny.
They just popped a balloon. Listen, we've known for years China's going to take over. So, like, just get over it. It's funny to pop a balloon.
Yeah. Are you also going to teach your children Mandarin just in case?
I'm not going to teach anyone anything.
You won't have to.
I'm not a teacher.
That's
ridiculous that you would even think that I would do that.
Reacting based on being a teacher's kid.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think that I would ever want to be a teacher because my parents are teachers and I've like seen them complain.
Yeah.
So
no, it's terrible. I haven't heard.
Waking up at 5:30,
dude. I've done it.
Thank you.
I've done it. Don't do it.
I won't.
That's you know what?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
that is by far.
That's my favorite JustOneFern clip when you called yourself a teacher. Like during our first year of the pod, you called yourself a teacher.
I taught kids how to have a good time.
So funny. So dumb.
I was such a freeloader at that job.
Yeah, you were.
Dude. I would read all day.
You would read. Yeah.
And I would take their books. The teachers' lounges, by the way, if you want to know, they keep all the books. You know how they would always bring out stacks of one book?
Yeah.
They keep them in the teachers' lounge.
Oh.
I'd take them home. I got ones I'm still gonna read.
Oh, you took them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
He's stealing from public schools.
Sure. I meant to give him back.
I'm glad
but I
our
stopped
tax
working
dollars
there.
are being stolen by you.
Listen, they need new books.
I've been listening.
They need new books, and somebody's got to say, you need new books.
You're only taking the banned ones. I'm only taking the banned books. Guys.
I'm only taking the ones that are controversial, like the Constitution and the dictionary.
I just wanted to really read the Constitution.
I couldn't find it online.
They have 0 copies online. All right, another thing in the news. This is actually kind of dumb. Speaking of like the movies we were just talking about, AMC is now going to be charging different prices for where you sit in the theater. So like if you sit in the middle, they're going to charge you more.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
That's so dumb.
It's very dumb. Because now like movie theaters, at least like the bigger ones like Regal and AMC, they aren't like you pay and just go sit wherever you want. You have to buy the seat ahead of time and like pick your seat.
I love that. I'm into that, honestly.
And so I like that too. But now it's like they're going to raise the price, which means it's a good thing I'm a Regal guy. My Regal Crown Club card.
Hey, up top.
We're Regal Crown Club members.
We are members. I have 8,000 points. You know what that gets me?
Yeah. No, I don't know what it gets you.
A very small popcorn and an upsell for a larger popcorn.
Nice.
It's not much.
Nice. I think I have 3,000 points.
I made up my point total. I have no idea.
Oh.
You know.
I think I have 3,000 points. Yeah.
Keeping up.
Well, because we brought it up one day and I checked and I was like, I know I have some points here. I should use these. Maybe I'll get a free popcorn. Popcorn. It's popcorn in Italian. Is a Schmidt quote. But I think it's dumb.
Well, I feel like it's bringing class into the movie theater, and we just don't need to do that.
We don't. The movie theater is for bus people.
The movie theater is for, yes, and it should stay that way.
It should stay that. I agree.
I'm sorry. I'm just not going to get the nice seats.
Right.
Because I don't, why would I do that? Why would I waste money?
It's so dumb. There's not, like,
and
guess what? You can see the screen from anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere you sit you can see the screen.
But now they're just saying, oh yeah, you can't sit in the middle anymore because we want more money.
Yeah. I think
that's what it's going to be. They're not going to lower the outside. They're going to raise the inside.
Right.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit. So that's dumb. If I'm going to pay it that much money, I better be seeing the 4DX experience.
For that, I'm paying premium.
I'm paying premium dollars.
I'm paying extra
to get
premium.
spit on and stabbed in the back. Oh.
It literally punched you.
It punched you.
It punched you in the back.
It was probably the funniest thing I'd ever experienced. I kind of want to go again.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you want to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp in 4DX?
That'd be so funny. Okay, but we have to dress up like Spy Kids.
3D.
Yeah, I also hate 3D.
I'm not a 3D guy. I love RPX. That's the best.
Is that just the high frame rate?
Yeah. And in Nashville, I went to this one theater when I went. It was when I went by myself. Remember that? When I went one time by myself. Yep. I took myself on a date. They had 3 screens. I had one in front of you, and then I went up the sides of the theater. So like I saw Top Gun, and like the planes came in from the side.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's very cool.
I would love.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
way
3D?
better. Because it wasn't 3D.
I hate 3D.
Yeah, it wasn't 3D.
That's good.
Yeah, it was awesome. I don't know what it was called. That's why I'm a little confused, because they got to have it elsewhere. Well, they have to have one here in New York.
Yeah, they probably do. Well, they have so many different like experiences.
Yeah. Just give me a movie theater.
I want to.
Because also I didn't pay for that. I just thought it was a normal movie theater. But I went in and I was like, oh, what's this?
Oh.
This is amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
That had to be so exciting.
It was cool.
Oh, man, that sounds sick.
It was fun. It was a good time. But yeah, it was when I saw a Top Gun. The toppest of guns. All right, we're going to do Aaron Fern's 30 seconds of sports because we're not a sports podcast. We don't talk about sports usually. But we're going to do 30 seconds. 30 seconds are on the clock. I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to rip into my sports takes. Here we go. Okay, so here's what's happening. KD and Kyrie were traded. So Brooklyn is dead. They're dead in the dirt and the water. They're gross. Good for us because prices are going to plummet so we can go to games. That'll be fun. Knicks, what are you doing? Nothing. You got Josh Hart. Cool. Who is he? Nobody. So that doesn't really matter. So the Phoenix Suns now have Kevin Durant. They're definitely they're a juggernaut now. They're a juggernaut. They're a title favorite. The Lakers still suck. I don't know why people are like, oh, they're going to be bad. But LeBron passed the scoring record. That's pretty cool. I still think the Golden State Warriors are better than any other team in the league. But everyone's like, no, like the Boston Celtics. Fuck Boston. Anyone who goes...
That's it. Yeah, fuck Boston. Yep.
Correct. Okay. Songs? What? That was my 30 seconds of sports.
I liked it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Did you prepare that you?
No, I
did you
just went off the
practice
top.
that?
No, I didn't practice at all.
You didn't write that down?
No, I just went off the top.
How much are you holding in about sports?
A lot, dude. A lot. Well,
It
because
must
when I
pain you. You
worked
can't
at the
talk to me
brewery,
about it.
I talked about it all day, every day, because that's what everybody talked
Oh
about.
my God. Yeah, you're devoid of like
Yeah,
one of the things that must be really dear to you. You knew a lot.
I
You
know.
knew a lot.
I knew a lot. Well, this all happened like basically in the past 2 days.
Yeah. I know about the point record.
You watched it.
I watched it and then I left
Mhm.
because I said that's all I wanted to see.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I
But yeah,
wanted-
that's Aaron Fern's 30 Seconds of Sports.
We made 90s hip hop songs.
Yeah, we did.
That had to be
Hype.
yes.
Mine is kind of hype, not really.
Mine's
trying to get you emotionally hyped, not physically hyped.
Angry.
Well, more of like get out of your depression.
That's awesome, actually. Mine is the lyrics to my chorus are "Hey."
Mine is also one phrase.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm glad.
Now, Aaron has been hyping up his hype song.
I've been
quite a
laughing
bit.
hysterically at it because I think it's so funny. Like the whole time I'm like, this is so dumb, but somehow it works, and it's bad, but it's somehow a little good.
Can you please go first?
Do you want me to go
I'm
first?
so
I'll go
excited
first.
to hear this.
Do you want me? Okay, so I'll explain first. I'm going to
Yeah.
explain a little bit of it.
Okay.
So the song itself is obviously it's 90s based, but I put a little bit of my own take on, a little flair in there.
You got horns in there, didn't you?
I put a little bit of horn. But there's this TV show, there's this Disney show I used to watch as a kid called Kickin' It.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's this one
Disney
episode.
XD.
Yeah, it's and so Jason, I think it was Jason Earl, who plays like Hannah Montana's older brother.
Uh-huh.
So he and this other character go to a prison to teach prisoners karate. And they're trying to scare the prisoners. So he comes in an orange jumpsuit and he starts talking like he's big and tough. And he's like, "What you say? I'm from the streets." And they go, "Yeah, what street you from?" And he goes, "Appleberry Lane, yo." It's very funny.
Uh-huh.
And so the title of my song is Appleberry Lane.
Oh, that's great.
And it's about being from Appleberry Lane.
And you are rapping on this, right?
I am rapping. Okay, here we go.
Roger, 0G, and I feel fine.
Yeah. White boy. From the street. Specifically one street. Yeah. He's back after a country masquerade. Afternoon walk sipping this lemonade. But you know I ain't here to play. I've got work to do. Stay out of my way. Wait, but it's a beautiful day. Too much sunlight to be throwing the shade. I must have my head in a daze. How could I forget this where dreams were made? Yeah. So if you're feeling down tonight, wondering what to do with your life, it doesn't matter if they think you're insane. Remember where you're from, bitch.
Appleberry Lane.
Appleberry Lane, this is Appleberry Lane. Appleberry Lane, white boys who live here on
All my friends are back for the 4th of July. Makes me emotional, real men don't cry. I just make a very guttural sigh. How the hell you been, man? Wanna get high? Huh, don't even need a reply. I got their back like they got mine. Loving where you from ain't a crime. Just never take your eye off the prize. Yeah. So if you're feeling down tonight, wondering what to do with your life, it doesn't matter if they think you're insane. Remember where you're from, bitch.
Appleberry Lane.
Yeah.
Appleberry Lane, this is Appleberry Lane. Appleberry Lane, white boys who live here on Lane.
So if you're feeling down tonight, wondering what to do with your life, it doesn't matter if they think you're insane. Remember where you're from, bitch.
Appleberry Lane.
Remember where you're from, bitch. Appleberry Lane.
Appleberry Lane, white boys who live here on Lane. Appleberry Lane, this is Appleberry Lane. Appleberry Lane, white boys who live here on
Appleberry
Lane.
Lane. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was
You were
my
packing
favorite.
heat.
My favorite line that I wrote is, is my friends are back for the 4th of July. It gets me emotional, but real men don't cry. And then I say, I just let out a guttural sigh.
That's great. That's awesome.
It's good. Okay, but yeah, so that was mine. That was mine. I think it was pretty 90s, to be honest. Everything except that little like horn part I put in is very 90s.
Yeah, it was very 90s.
And even I pitch shifted my voice to be like a smooth talking man.
Yeah. You
and that was the way that I rapped it and did the like inflections in the rhythm was very 90s like.
Yeah. I'm glad you paid attention to that because there's a very like distinct like flow.
Yeah.
And I think you hit it.
Yeah. It's like that song where it's like, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
I was kind of basing it off that.
You gotta, dude, if you don't know what you're doing, you gotta pick a song.
You just gotta pick and just redo it basically.
Yeah, basically redo it.
I tried my hardest. But yeah, that was also I did boom bap.
Yeah, you did the boom bap.
Yeah.
You looked at boom bap. Yeah. That's sick. No, I thought it came out good.
Thank you.
And is that more late 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I got some of that like what is it? It's like I don't know. There's like this point between like late 90s and like early 2000s where it's starting to become more digital sounding.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did the reverse. So I went
super
early
analog.
90s. I went early 90s. And I went very, very tapey sounding.
Oh yes, I'm excited.
So my reference song was Jump Around.
Oh, nice. Jump around.
Jump around. Jump.
Oh,
So what I did is I used I looked up what sample they used for that song and I sampled that song,
hell yeah,
which is
that's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Which one? The like that one?
Yeah. So
which
can,
basically sounds like a horse neighing.
Oh, you mean the Oh no. So it's the there's like a horn part right in the beginning of the song.
Oh, okay.
Not the I know what you're talking about. No, that I was like that's too distinctive.
Okay.
Like that would be too.
Don't hold it up to the mic. Hold it up just because I'm gonna overdub it. So like it's not gonna.
That makes sense. Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, 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 hey.
Oh, that's a great.
Coming back from a country grind if you want to know. Now I'm back on the mic fucking with my flow. Maybe it's unfair, but I'm practicing prayer and really, Aaron, doing you a favor. Tear your ass apart like a piece of paper. Send the messages, spitting all the messages, clear as crystal. I ain't never been defeated. Fuck you and your mom, I ain't conceited. Fuck you and your mom, go back to your room and beat it.
Hey, 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 hey.
This is hype as fuck.
Hey, hey, hey.
This is giving me like Beastie Boy vibes.
I really want
All right, time to take a dive. They're great when it's alive. Cause McKillens aren't cereal. It's everybody's funeral. Kicking up dirt and a flirt with the girl. And nothing pains me like the sadness in her eyes when a man can't handle the scene in Old Geller where they put the dog down. I mean that poor fucking dog, man.
That's classic.
Hey, hey, hey.
I really rely on that.
Hey, hey, hey.
That's all you need. That's hype.
Hey,
Just like,
hey, 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 hey.
so the rapping goes down here.
When you need it, do you got it? Is it ever what you thought you really wanted? Is it ever what you thought you really wanted? Cause nothing's as good as this. Be a man for real, for real. Be a man for real, for real. Be a man for real, for real. Be a man for real, for real.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey,
I was
I
really
love it.
struggling on this.
Dude, I love it.
hey, hey, hey.
It's so good. I think it was. I can't hear anything but Beastie Boys.
Yeah, it's very, very.
It's so
Beastie
good.
Boys.
And even like your break there, like when you like broke into like just talking for a second, like
Yeah,
that was very Beastie Boy. I thought that you could have at the end when you said the rapping goes downhill, I thought you were just gonna be like,
I have a clip of me doing
Do you
that.
really?
I didn't put it in because
you should put it in.
it
That's
was
very funny.
and then I come out with one line. And then your mother was like, was it? I'm like, I don't know.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I'm
also stunned. I like we actually wrote lyrics to it. Like I actually wrote down my lyrics.
Yeah. No, I got them on my phone. Yeah.
Crazy.
I wrote mine in the Chinese restaurant down the street.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's
and
so
I
funny.
was literally I was waiting in line.
Oh,
like,
thank God I didn't go with you. I would have been so uncomfortable.
I was like to myself, I'm like, fuck you and your mom. Fuck, I ain't conceited. Mumbling to myself. They must have been like,
it was
what the
so
fuck?
good. Tear your ass apart like paper.
Yeah.
So good. But that's hype. That's way more hype than mine was. Yours was like, hey. I liked it.
Thank you.
I was getting crunk to it.
Yeah, good.
It was good. I liked it a lot.
That was the other song.
Like that was. You're so right. That is definitely like early '90s
super
analog.
early.
Like using those like old time horn samples.
Yeah,
Like as
yeah.
like just super high pitched, high end. That's awesome. That was really good. I liked it a lot. It was
Thank
so
you.
funny too. These are so. I feel like when we make things that we're trying to be funny, they end up being good, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I don't know if
I don't know what it says about us as musicians.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Part of me wants to be like, yeah, we could be successful in any genre.
Yeah, I like that though. I like that we're trying it.
But then I'm like, wait, it's still not great.
Yeah,
because it is still funny.
yeah.
But that's it. I don't know.
I liked Hype. Hype was a good
Hype
choice.
was fun. Yeah,
Ugh.
I was really worried. I had
So was I.
I had another beat I'd made that was so horrible I couldn't.
You
use it.
scratched it.
I used Heart of Glass by Blondie.
Oh, really?
And I made a loop. And I started trying to come up with stuff, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
You
it's rough.
can't do this.
It's rough. I just like tried my best to find the right like sounds, and then I had them completely differently. Like the horns was going to be the main part, and then I was
like the
I was
horns.
like, that's not 90s. Like the 90s is just like bare minimum beat and like one piano or something.
Yeah.
And that's what I went with.
Yeah, no, I thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
There's nothing on them.
There's nothing on them.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's very like monotone too, and just like very very mono in general. Like not a lot of stereo.
Yeah, super. It almost
Yeah.
feels like the '60s for like rock. You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like all very like concrete and like
Mhm.
there's not a ton going on, but it's still like really good writing.
Yeah.
You know.
All just punches you. Barely anything panned. Yeah.
That was
yeah,
fun.
I thought those were great.
That was
I thought those were great. So what's the genre for next time? Because you chose Hype, so I gotta pick an emotion. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go really. You went really specific. You said 90s hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go really specific.
Okay.
50s
Oh yes.
rock and roll.
Oh fuck yes. Oh fuck yes.
What's our emotion?
Oh fuck yes.
And I think like the 80s style Billy Joel Queen stuff that they did also counts. But it's like because it's the same style. But even if like you know how
What are you
like
talking about?
you know like
Are you talking about doo-wop?
Yeah, it's I guess it's just as much doo-wop.
Well, because doo-wop and 50s rock is different. 50s rock is like Elvis.
Elvis, Chuck Berry, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's different than doo-wop.
Yeah, I guess I don't mean doo-wop, but like what's that Queen song where he like rips off Elvis? Crazy little thing called
Crazy
love.
little thing called love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song I
This
think
thing-
would count.
A call love. I love that song. The emotion. Oh, this is hard. 50s rock.
Yeah. You didn't pre-pick the emotion. You're gonna wait to see what the genre was.
Yeah, I was.
That's smart. See,
Hopeless. Hopeless.
the emotions from last week's and this upcoming week's
Yes.
are switched.
Well, because I didn't want to pick something hype or something, and
Yeah.
I was thinking just like 50 songs. All I can think of is love songs. So I'm just
they're all
thinking
love songs.
hopeless.
You could do a hopeless love.
You could
song.
do a hopeless love song.
Yeah.
You could be hopelessly in love.
Why? Yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing hopeless.
Hopeless. That's hopeless 50s rock.
It's the best.
That's great.
That's
okay,
awesome.
I'm into
I
that.
love that. Yeah, that's good. That was good. I like those hip
Thank
hop
you.
songs.
Yeah, I like
This is
both
a
of
great
them.
segment.
Yeah,
This is a great
and I
segment.
think every 2 weeks is right.
Yeah.
Because like we said, we're busy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and it also gives us time to do our other segments too, which is huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all that we got for today. Thank you guys for listening. Follow us on all social media. Like this video, comment on it. Like all of our shorts that we're posting on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok specifically. Like we're trying to grow. Tell your friends about us. Tell your mom about us. She'd love us. Lucas has a face you could pinch. So I really hope that you guys liked this episode. Let us know, and we will see you next week.